Customs and Border Protection top officials in the Valley touting the government's latest ad campaign to educate immigrants against entering the country illegally.
Action Force Brett Crandall toured a Border Patrol Processing Center with the BP Commissioner earlier today, and he has our report.
This building behind me may not look like a Border Patrol facility, but after last year's immigration influx, this warehouse was turned into a processing center for the thousands of immigrant children who crossed the border through the McAllen area. Today, Action 4 News got a rare look inside. U.S. Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Gil Kerlikowski talks with a mother and her 2 children detained in a McAllen processing center.
You have to have a heart of stone not to appreciate what they've suffered, what they've been through, and really why they wanted to come to this country.
Behind a chain link fence inside a former warehouse, dozens of children lay asleep under space blankets. A different picture from a year ago when Border Patrol facilities were filled to capacity. Commissioner Kerlikowski admits CBP was not prepared for the influx.
There was not a square foot of concrete in any of the holding areas in which we didn't have kids and families sleeping under space blankets.
This year, the number of apprehensions is down by 36%. But to bring that number even lower, the U.S. government is spending $1.2 million in a new media campaign.
The smugglers are going to use every deceitful practice, every lie that they can use to convince people that it'll all be fine and that they can get here safely and everything will end up peacefully and happily.
But it's been anything but peaceful for the families of the 90 immigrants found dead this fiscal year so far. To discourage others from coming, anyone who has entered the country illegally after January 2014 is a priority for removal.
You are a priority as if there is a threat in the same level as convicted felons and others.
But with so many immigrants escaping violence at home, some say the government will need to do much more than a media ad campaign.
If we don't do something to help them in that reality, they're going to continue to come even more, no matter how much education we try to avoid them from coming.
In addition to the media campaign, President Obama has asked Congress for $1 billion to help the struggling economies and governments in Central America, all in hopes to prevent more children from having to go through this process. In McAllen, Brett Crandall, Action 4 News.
The current ad campaign was launched July 20th in Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras.